I recently did a video on the cracking and perishing of the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres on my Forester STI, and potentially how I thought it would be. It was a bit premature, they were failing a bit prematurely in their lifespan. I thought it'd be interesting to look at all the other tyres on the other cars that I have to see how they compare in terms of age and brand and so on. So starting on this, it's a Volvo 850 from 1997. It's fitted with 4 matching brand Dunlop Sport Bluresponse tyres. They are 19560 R15s. Let's find a date code. I think that's it there. This is dated week 12 2024. So yeah, it's fairly recent, this one. I think I had to replace it last year, and it looks pretty good. Can't see any perishing or cracking anywhere. Yeah, it's nice and soft. It feels pliable. Is there any cracking at all in those tread blocks like there was on the Michelins? I'm just going to shield the sun, see if that's any better to see. I don't think there is. I think that's pretty good. I mean, you'd expect that for a 1-year-old tyre. Right, let's look at this one at the front. So again, this is a Dunlop Sport Bluresponse in the same size, 19560/15. Let's find a date code. Week 19 2017, this one, and you can tell quite clearly. Look at the perishing on the sidewall just there. See those cracks? Let's look around the actual tread blocks. They actually look remarkably okay. There's a bit of cracking in there that you can see. Similar to the Michelins, I guess, although this is an 8-year-old tyre, so you sort of expect it. It's still quite soft at the top there, but it's actually gone hard around the rim area, interestingly. Kind of this area. I wonder if that's related to brake disc heat, perhaps. So yeah, this one is it's obviously in much poorer condition, but for 8 years old I wouldn't say it's too bad really. Right, let's go around the other side. Okay, we're around to the front passenger side. Let's have a look at this one. Again, it's a Dunlop Sport Bluresponse. Date code is, so look, week 19 2017, and again, like the one I just looked at, it's very, very perished. Well, it's not too bad. I mean, I've definitely seen worse, but there are kind of cracks here, and this bit of the tyre has definitely gone harder than the rest. You can see there's a bit of light perishing in the sidewall there, and this one's actually got quite substantial cracks in the shoulder here as well. If you can see those. So that one looks like it's slightly worse than the one on the other side, but let's have a look at this one at the back. So again, this is a Dunlop Sport Bluresponse, same size. This one is dated week 11 2015, so this one's not 8 years old like this is 10 years old, over 10 years old. Let's have a look at this one. You can see there's quite substantial cracking there to the shoulder. Looking at the sidewall again, yeah, it's kind of, it feels like it's harder there, and then it's still soft, still quite soft and pliable. Don't know if you can see that. There are these marks in it, but I think that might just be damaged from curb rash and things. But yeah, you can really see it just here. You can see how perished that looks. They're like micro cracking. But yeah, I guess this is the main issue. I think that's the sort of thing that would fail an MOT, although this car didn't, interestingly. It just passed with no advisories. Right, interesting. Let's go look at another car. Here's the tyres on my Jaguar XJS. Let's check these for cracking. These are quite new, week 34/24. They are Kumho Ecsta HS51 225/60 15 96W tyres. So these are fairly new, about a year old. I think they look good. Treadwear A, no, Treadwear 380. I don't know if those numbers mean anything. Apologies for the wind noise. Yeah, I can't see any cracking there. Let's check the ones at the front. I won't check all of them. These are week 34-24 as well. All looks good, yeah. Feel fairly soft still. No issues. So, how about these ones? These are on a Mini Clubman Cooper S 2017 model. These are Firestone Roadhawk 225/45/17. Let's just find a date code. I don't think these are that old either. Week 7 2024 these are. Let's have a look then, how do they compare to those Michelins? Can't see any cracking. Again, apologies for the wind noise, it's quite a windy day today. No, they look pretty good. Yeah, feel pretty soft, maybe a touch softer than the ones on the Jag actually. Check the rear. Again, yeah, soft. Cannot see any visible cracking. Let's just check the date code on these. Week 8 2023 that one. So that's a little bit older, but I don't think I can really see anything starting there. Maybe the tiny cracks in those, just in these little sections here. No, I don't think so. I think they're still good. Interesting. Right, these tyres are on my Toyota MR2. Now these are actually quite old because this car is currently off the road. So let's have a look here. These are a little bit dirty. These are Toyo Proxes T1R. They are, what's the size of these? 195 55R15. Just find a date code. I've got a feeling these are about 10 years old or so. It's maybe perhaps a little bit unfair in comparing these because this car was actually laid up for a few years. It basically sat in a not a hedgerow but on like a verge. Oh, I can't see the date code now. Ah, there it is. It's a little bit different on this one. Week 26 2015. So these are 10 years old. These tyres. They're still quite soft, yeah. So there is a bit of cracking on these. See that cracking just there? Doing all the spider's webs. Yeah, you can see there is a bit of perishing. I do have a new set of these in the garage to go on this car when it's back on the road, hopefully in the next year or so. Right, so there's a bit of cracking on those. Let's just check the ones on the rear. These are quite an unusual size on the MR2. They are, let's find it, 225/50 15s. Again, Toyo Proxes T1R. Date code. What does that say? Week 44/15, is that? Yeah. So again, these are 10 years old. Let's just have a look at the... Yeah, they feel pretty soft. And actually, they're in much better condition than the ones at the front, interestingly. So these are 10 years old, and I can't really see any... I mean, there's a tiny bit of cracking in there. But again, compared to those Michelins, they're pretty good. Again, these aren't that worn. You can see there's quite a lot of tread still left. They're just old. But yeah, in terms of perishing with age, I'd say they're holding up pretty good. That's a Toyo T1R. It's quite an old tyre now. I'm not sure if you can still buy it. Right, let's see if we've got another car. Okay, we're looking at some really old tyres now. This is my SAAB 96 from 1974. This tyre is a Firestone F-560 radial. What size is it? It's a 155 R15 tubeless. So there's an actual profile on it. It's so old. Has it got a date code? Ah, yes, I think that's one. Week 31, 2002. So this tyre is coming up to 25 years old, definitely over 20. Let's have a look. It's actually remarkably soft still, yeah. It hasn't gone hard with age, and you know what? Just looking for cracking, I can't see any really. There's a minor bit, you can see like at the bottom of the tread there where it attaches to the carcass, but nothing major. It's kind of incredible really. Let's just look at the one at the back. Might not be able to see this one. Look, it's kind of got a inset design. Oh, this one does look, it's got some cracking. This is a Power Star 756. I don't know if that's a date code or not down there. Week 0, no I don't think it is, 068. I don't know how old this one is. It looks quite old, it looks a fair bit older than that one at the front. There is a bit of cracking. Yeah, this one's gone a bit harder. The tread's quite a bit harder than the one at the front. But I think you'd expect that on what I suspect is a 25 to 30 year old tyre. Right, let's take a look at the tyres on my Celica GT4. These are Hankook Ventus Prime 3 205/55 R16. These are dated week 40 2020, so they're about 5 years old. I did change all of them at the same time on this car. So let's take a look. Yeah, the tyre's still nice and soft, hasn't gone hard in 5 years. There is a tiny bit of perishing there, can you see that? There's kind of sidewall micro cracking happening there. Let's have a look at the tread. Yeah, there's kind of cracks visible between the tread blocks. It's got this splitting along the edge here. Can't really see anything in the tread itself. But yeah, this sidewall cracking is a little bit concerning. Let's just take a look at the ones on the rear, see if they're any different. Same size tyre. Let's just check the date code. Yeah, week 40 2020. Possibly a little bit better. Again, they feel soft enough. I can't see any, maybe slightly less sidewall cracking, but yeah, it's got the same thing. Tiny bit of perishing there. And yeah, possibly a bit less amongst the tread blocks, but it is still there. Another example here of wheels that are in desperate need of a refurbishment. I really must see to this. So what have we learnt from all this then? All this crouching down? Well, not a huge amount really. I guess the biggest surprise was the 10-year-old Toyo Proxes on the rear of the MR2 and the 25-year-old tyres on the front of the SAAB. They were actually, all things considered, in remarkably good condition compared with some of the others. But yeah, is there a trend that more modern tyres degrade more quickly than old ones? Are they made of different compounds? I still do maintain that the quickness that these Michelin PS4s appear to deteriorate is unacceptable considering their market positioning, price, supposed premium nature, etc. But I think that concludes this video. So what do you think? Have you got any particularly favourite brands? Have you noticed modern tyres perishing more quickly than older tyres? Do you have any that you'd particularly avoid? I'd be interested to know your thoughts.